Hey there, it's Elisa, the Half Asian Tarot Queen, and here for a daily reading. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which kind of makes sense because there's been like a lot of big shifts happening, and you know, it's like it's almost like the eye of a hurricane, like in the middle of all this. You got to take a little rest break. Also, just to shout out another plug, I am liquidating my South Minneapolis vegan cheese kitchen right now. So I've been making good progress and have sold a lot of the big pieces, but I still have a Trelson Reach-In fridge, a Reach-In cooler, which is in really good condition. And, ooh, we have the star again. This has been a big theme the last couple days, and this is an energy that's been circling around this, a character that's sort of embodying the divine feminine archetype in the storylines that have been coming up, you know, lately. So, anyways, so I have the Trelson Reach-In cooler. I still have a reverse osmosis water filtration system. I have lots of dishes. I've got a ton of china caps. I've got Cambros. I've got sheet pans. I've got, you know, miscellaneous stuff like farmers markets, tents. Oh my gosh. Nine of Wands and the Tower here. Wow. Yeah, big shifting happening. It's like you have these weeks where I feel like these big changes happen that kind of level the playing field, and then there's like these little plateaus in between that, and it's just sort of like, it's interesting because there's this elegant rhythm to it in the collective consciousness, like how it all plays out. But anyways, back to the equipment list. We've got lots of Cambros. I've got ice chest. I've got a chest freezer. I've got lots of shelves, like stainless steel shelving. What else do I have? There's still a few dehydrators left, though they're going real fast. And yeah, reach out if any of this is something that could work for you. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to take the first three there. I'm just going to keep pulling cards, and then I'm just going to go all at once. But, yeah, like I was saying, there's been a lot of storylines. So if you've been following this channel for a while, I'll just give you my little elevator pitch. So the videos on this channel are not arranged according to zodiac sign or according to date. All the stories are timeless, and I've arranged them according to storyline. So there's a number of different like threads that are kind of always playing out, and it's interesting how they sort of, they have their own independent storylines, but then they intersect and weave together in this very elegant way. And so as such, this is how we've arranged the videos on the channel. There is a video on the main page of the channel that explains how all of this works. But if you haven't been here before, welcome. I'm Elisa, Half Asian Tarot Queen, and thanks for checking out the videos. And I'm going to start with some overall energies for this reading with the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So a couple things that are coming to me from this that are really interesting. One is, so this King of Pentacles character has been a recurring character in a thread on the channel that's called Phoenix. And so it's like this king that's just been super nose to the grindstone, just like get her done, you know, has been super focused on just moving forward, but has been kind of oppressed and downtrodden, and has just been trying to work through all of this. But there's like a transformation that's happening where this king, like the oppression is sort of being lifted, and he's being transformed into an emperor, which is, it's interesting because that emperor card also showed up in the reading. So if you'd like to follow the story of this King of Pentacles, or the background, or the, you know, backstory, it's a thread called Phoenix. Then we have the Queen of Swords, and she's been coming up a lot this week too. Like, she came up in yesterday's reading, she came up in the Divine Feminine reading, and this is like a no-nonsense queen that's she's just not taking any guff, and she's done with the drama, she's done with the heartache, she's been through it all, so she's kind of wise, and you can't really pull the wool over her eyes. Like, she sees stuff coming a mile away, and she's just like, no, not dealing with that. Like, I'm drawing a boundary and I'm backing up, you know. And so this energy has been orbiting around this Divine Feminine archetype, which in some other storylines, there's been this Queen of Pentacles, which is the counterpart for this king who has been oppressed, and she is also being elevated into the counterpart of this emperor, the empress. So they're like, it's almost like they have parallel lives. Like, they're not together. They've been like oppressed by some sort of toxic situation, but each of them independently have been working on themselves, and then just out of like karma, they're both kind of in the process of being elevated. And there seems to be the beginnings of some sort of empire that's like being born out of the ashes of this situation. So this is the first time where I've kind of seen the intersection of, you know, both of these energies sort of being elevated in parallel, because I've seen the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and, you know, I've seen the Emperor and the Empress, but it's interesting because it's like, this is the first time I've gotten an inkling that like maybe both of these energies have been downtrodden and they're both being elevated in parallel. So we'll see where that goes. But and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. It's like a grounded energy. You know, this is someone that's not acting out of passion or, you know, illusion. You know, this knight builds a solid foundation, and it's just kind of moving forward in a methodical way, you know, towards some desired outcome. So what I'm getting from this is that these two energies, you know, like this energy seems to be associated with this divine male archetype, and this one has been in other readings associated with the divine feminine archetype, and they've independently been kind of like working on their own issues, and we're going to see where that goes, because it's almost like they're coming together, but, you know, not even out of intention, but just out of each of them following their own path in a slow, methodical way that's grounded in reality, and then it's somehow leading them back to where they belong. So I'm going to keep going with the Bianco Nero deck, which is where I've drawn some cards for the general energies of the reading, and I'm seeing some recurring themes again, so this is really interesting. We have this Five of Pentacles, which has been a huge presence for the last, you know, several weeks. This energy has come up a lot in this thread called Stalkers, as an energy that needs to be healed in order to sort of move on from this toxic situation that seems to be born out of a situation of lack, which is what this card indicates. It's, you know, feeling not worthy, like you don't have enough, like you're not enough, you don't deserve love, you don't deserve abundance. And this is the energy that needs to be healed to allow to move through this toxic situation towards this, which is the Ten of Pentacles. And these two have been coming up together too, you know, like this is being healed and then moving into this Ten of Pentacles, which is like abundance, happiness, fertility. You know, you've got your family, you've got your empire, you know. So I would, if this is a storyline that resonates, look at the dynasty thread, because this King of Pentacles has, you know, this has been a recurring theme, is being elevated from some sort of oppression and stepping into his abundance and, you know, building an empire. And then right next to that, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So 3 Pentacles cards in a row. And this is, you know, this is like a worker, someone who's working hard towards a desired outcome. I think how I'm taking this is, you know, you can't get from here to here without a dedicated effort. Like, it's not just going to fall in your lap. Like, you have to do the work. You have to heal this so that you can bring this in, you know. And this was a super huge theme that's been coming through in the readings this week as well. So then underneath that, we have the Page of Wands, which this is like a new spark, you know, some sort of inspiration. It's like a little passionate message or idea that's coming through, and that's coming through right under this Five of Pentacles. So there's some new inspiration that's kind of coming through, and like maybe helping someone to see past this energy, you know, like some new inspiration is like helping someone to see past this perspective. And then under the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Emperor. So this is interesting because the Emperor, you know, is in his power, and he's built this empire, which is basically what this card is. And, you know, he's abundant, he's got his family, he's been elevated, you know. And then we have, underneath the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, which, this is a card of boundaries. This is a card of standing your ground. This is a card of like not being bullied into some situation that isn't for you. You know, it's like standing up for yourself. So, and it's coming in right under the Eight of Pentacles, which to me is indicating that, you know, this is the work that needs to be done to heal this situation. And this is the perspective that's helping to elevate this King of Pentacles into the Emperor. Basically, what he's starting to see is, you know, he's manifesting this situation of lack by not establishing healthy boundaries around him and what his needs are, you know. And this is causing all of his abundance and love to like kind of fall away from him, you know. And if he wants to bring that in, if he wants to manifest that into his life, he has to stand his ground, you know. He has to defend himself. There's like, in a lot of the other readings, this King of Pentacles, I mean, the thing that's been blocking him, there's this toxic situation. And, you know, I think there's a video called Murakami Climax where this all came to a head. There was a toxic situation that was blocking this king from offering his love to his counterpart. And it involved some sort of stalker, you know, and it was a situation that was born out of lack. And the way that this energy is going to be healed, this is the inspiration that's coming to him, is he's got to draw boundaries around that situation. He's got to draw boundaries around the life that he wants to build, and he's got to stand up for that, you know, against this energy. And that's what's going to bring in this abundance. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards from the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot just to get some... Oh my gosh. The Ace of Swords just popped out. So it's just like he's got to tell the truth. He's got to share what his true feelings are. And he's got to stand his ground behind those, you know, because there's obviously been some external pressures that have been trying to block this from coming into fruition. So, and this is going to take work, you know, like it's not just going to fall into your lap. Like, you know, you have to move the energies yourself, because you're the only one that can see your vision, you know, and you have to hold your vision, you know. So interesting. Okay. We got this on the bottom of the deck too. So this kind of indicates that this is like being thought through, but like today is a little bit of a pause in the action. So we got this card again, the Star card. So this is a card of wishes coming true, you know, and it's coming in right over this 5 of Pentacles and this inspiration, you know. So clearly this new perspective, like I was just saying, is what's going to help to bring this wish in. And that, you know, if he's able to do that, if he's able to like break through this stalemate, you know, do the work, stand his ground, and break through this stalemate, then he's going to be able to step into his power. He's going to be able to harness his passion and manifest his abundance. Step into his power, manifest his abundance. You know? So really cool. It's a really cool reading. I'm going to pull out 1 card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle just to finish out the reading. But, yeah, this is some real timeless advice. And obviously there's a big turning point that's happening where the universe is trying to support that, but, you know, we all have free will, so, you know, we also have to do the work to meet the opportunity where it is. Oh my gosh, we got that card yesterday. I'm going to pull 1 more, because this seems to be a recurring message too. Okay. Wow. All right, so on the bottom we have, I'm just going to take this one too. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. So, you know, it's just like this king needs to follow his heart, you know, and he needs to not be afraid to stand up for what he wants, because it's okay. Like, it's your right, you know, to be happy. Like, follow your bliss. Like, don't let other people hold you back from that, because this is your divine right. And begin now. Take your first step. Step into your power, because, you know, the world is yours for the taking, you know. But you got to engage. Like, you're a co-creator in this world, and, you know, it's not going to fall in your lap. You got to take the journey, but it's worth it. And then right over this Star card, we have Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. So it's, you know, it's like the inspiration is that we're trying to heal this energy to bring our wishes in. So pretty magical little reading there. But let me know how that goes. Good luck with that, and I'll be back tomorrow with another message.